shriveled compared to the commercial. Beowulf, did you touch that word? Because you shouldn't have, because I'm going to say it again. If you did, I'm saying it again. Because I'm going to listen in a minute. I grew garlic. I planted it last winter. So finally they were harvested in my little side yard like 2 weeks ago. Then we dried them in the sun. They do look different than commercial garlic in that, as I say, the size of them is equal to Hitler's one good testicle. Very small, very shriveled up. The taste is good, though. Very pungent, very sulfury. Now, how you can tell if a commercial garlic really is organic, even it has a label, okay, that's a lie because they smear off the Obama health inspector. But the way you tell is that if the sprout comes out from it while it sits in your kitchen, let's say you don't get to it, and it should sprout, it means it wasn't sprayed with malic hydrazide. Or same with your onion. You love to see an onion sprout once in a while. That's a healthy sign that it wasn't sprayed and cauterized in essence. So I love to eat sprouts, onion sprouts, garlic sprouts. Why am I telling you this? Because it's very interesting. It's important. Little things gleaned from everyday life. I know the big and the little. If I tell you Barney Frank wants to steal TARP money, you can take that to the bank. Well, excuse me, not to the bank, but you can take that to the mental bank. If I tell you North Korea fired 4 missiles and our president talks about Michael Jackson because he's a complete and total front man for Goldman Sachs and other moneyed interests, you can take that to the bank. You get it? All right, what's the difference? Let's go to Ed in Phoenix, Arizona. Go ahead, Ed. What's on your mind?
Mike, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. From your
It should be, because you can go crazy with the world as it is out there without me.
You got me going, buddy. You got me going. And I wanted just to comment, a small comment on yesterday. You said that these guys in Washington, this Beltway crowd, has got criminal minds, and you always said to yourself, wow, I wish I was smart as these guys. I wish I was as smart as them and this and that. But they were not smart. The criminal mind, you touched on some, the criminal mind is not smart. They are clever, very clever. But they're not smart. I did a lot of work with child molesters and the like, the dredges of society. I'm a paralegal, and let me tell you, Mike, there is a distinction. You made that distinction yesterday, and it just ragged on my mind because there's a difference between being very clever and being smart. These guys aren't smart. And now they're getting...
All right, so let's take a guy like Robert Rubin, who hired a PR agency to present him as a nice guy, a fly fisherman. It was all hogwash. But meanwhile, he was raping the country, according to the article in Rolling Stone, by rewriting laws to benefit himself and his friends on Wall Street. So where's the clever and where's the smart in that?
Right, and the cleverness and the rape is going on exponentially as more and more of these criminal minds come into power.
Okay, well, wait a minute. So wait a minute now, but they're getting away with it. How do we stop them?
That's the thing, Mike, is the country has blinders on. My own family, my own children. I talk to them. They're like, oh well, they don't know what to say.
They think you're out of touch and old. They're for everything that you don't believe in. They think it's wonderful. They think Obama's great. They have no idea what a phony the guy is and how dangerous he is for their own future and their freedom. They don't know. They don't understand it.
But they're good people. They got good hearts. They thought
that's correct. Right. That is right. But wait a minute. That goes back to our discussion of clever and smart. The clever people know how to manipulate the good people, the naive people, like your children. They manipulate liberals, most of whom are actually decent people who want to get along with everybody and want to do the right thing. They don't even understand what's going on around them.
That was shrug books for Christmas. I didn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. If Barney Frank is able to steal TARP money from taxpayers when he's required by law to spend TARP profits, to send TARP profits back to the Treasury before they can be spent, and he's going to go around that law already, why is he not taken away in handcuffs?
I got to say this. I sent my smarter relatives maximum immunity.
I wouldn't. Oh, I see. You want to keep them alive, huh?
I hope for. I send my...
Hey, Ed, let me ask you. You live in Phoenix, Arizona. I see that according to the Telos prompter. Is Phoenix today still a very popular destination amongst folks who are witness protection?
Yeah. That's a little side.
Well, why? Why do they like Phoenix? Why is Phoenix such a destination for witness protection people? Why? What's there?
Here's the thing, Mike. You saw the perfect storm. I used to know those guys. I fished with those guys. I walked over their boat. I drank with them at the Crow's Nest in the same place. I'm a commercial fisherman. I used to be a captain.
Oh, so you went out on the one-way Sicilian boat rides, the one-way rides.
Yeah, the Sicilian. Yeah, well, 2 in the hat. 2 in the hat. That's what it's called.
All right, so what happened?
Well, I got into a car accident, and I got paralyzed, and I ended up, my aunt lives out here, and she says, this is the place everybody goes to heal.
Wait, now you got me confused. Where were you when you had the accident? What city?
Oh, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, yeah.
Oh, you're originally from Ted Kennedy's backyard.
In New Bedford, yeah.
Oh, you're in an old whaler. You were originally from an old whaling town.
I used to work security in 1978, and I got a story about Bonnie Frank, too.
I don't want to hear it. Really, this is a family show, Ed. We can't go there. We're in the end of times when a man of that low caliber has such power over the financial reins of America.
I know it.
Let me ask you something. One last question, in your impression, because you're a realist. Let us say that Barney Frank was put in jail for what he's been doing, found guilty in jail, and he comes out after 2 years, and he's stripped of his pension, he has to make a living. What job would Barney Frank be qualified for, given that he's never worked for a living in his life? He's always been a politician. What could he actually do?
I see him slobbering as a shoe salesman, fitting shoes on fat ladies.
Oh, you're bad. Because the minute you say shoe salesman, we all get an image of a guy in his kneeling down in a shoe store looking upwards, correct?
Yeah, that's it. And being disgusted at the women.
No, we can't go there. We're not in the bar right now, Ed.
All right. Okay.
So wait a minute. You got my attention here. It's a relaxed show today, Ed. You got in an accident. You used to drink with these guys in Massachusetts?
That's right. In Gloucester. That's where we docked. We docked in Gloucester.
But I was asking you. You came out to Phoenix, and Phoenix is a big one-way destination for people who are hiding. It used to be. But why would anyone want to go to Phoenix? I'm trying to figure out.
Right. It's like the death knell, right? Okay, thanks for that, Mike. No,
I didn't mean exactly that way. Although I'm implying it. It's hot. You got desert. There's no water there. What's there for a person?
You know something, Mike? You got to look at it.
Here, let me break it down for you. My mother, may she rest in peace. I told the story 100 times on the show. In her last years, no matter what I would say to her, I wrote a book, I had another child, whatever, she'd say, that's nice, the Chinese food was no good last night. She was always giving me so at the end, I used to get really pissed at her till I realized there was wisdom in it. At the end of your life, all you care about is whether the Chinese or Italian is any good. Which brings me back to Phoenix. Can you get a decent Italian meal in Phoenix?
No, I remember the conversations with your mother, Mike. I remember.
Oh, God bless. No, but really, can you get it? Chinese you can't get in Phoenix.
You can't get nothing. You can't get nothing.
You got Arby's. You got IHOP.
You were talking about Florida, and Florida is the absolute worst, if you ask me.
Oh, my God. It's a swamp. Yeah, but in Arizona, if you ask for, chicken charmaine, you're getting rattlesnake charmaine.
No, steak, Mike, here, steak. Beef.
That's what you can get beef? Where's it come from?
You can get a good steak here. That's
an
axiom. Yeah,
Thank God, yeah. The Arizona, what was that state called? I used to read Arizona Highways when I was living in New York and dream of going there. I ran out of time, my friend. Have a good day. I'll be back.
Savage in the morning, Armstrong and Getty at night. Roger Hedgecock on the drive home? No problem. Personalize your radio. 910KNEW.com podcast.
Is everybody off in the media? No one's on. I think they're all away somewhere. Where did they all go? Is there some place that all talk shows go to that I'm missing? Where did they all go to? Some Clavin somewhere or convention or whatever? Martha's Vineyard with all of the politicians they claim they bash. If we find out that a certain somebody who likes to, let's say, travel in political circles was in Martha's Vineyard, you'll know already it's over. The puppeteers have gotten everybody. British didn't consult U.S. on Michael Savage exclusion. This looks like a cover-up to Michael Savage. So I just want to give you an update. If you supported the Savage Legal Fund, which many of you have done, I got a letter from my lawyers today, and let's see, what can I tell you that you should know, and what should I say? I don't think carefully sometimes. This is the difference between clever and smart. I'm not clever or smart when it comes to certain things. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little too open in some ways. And, I can tell you this much, that I can't tell you anything. That much I can tell you. That I just figured out. Caught that one. On the right side of michaelsavage.com is a real good book. Even far-left lunatic reporter says Obama controlling press more than Richard Nixon. You got to read it. Let's go to a quick caller. Mike in Florida. I have a minute. Go ahead, please.
Very high privilege and an honor to talk to you, sir. First of all, Mr. Mike, when I first listened to you, which was like a month ago, I couldn't stand you. I'm like, man, this guy's like rabid. But I listened to you, and I says, man, he's making sense, and now I feel like you're my family. First of all, I'm from where you're from. I do.
But Mike, wait a minute. Mike, hold on. What do you mean by rabid? You mean I'm emotional and I actually believe